Good morning. I wanted to take a few minutes this morning and come to you all. We haven't shot a video for Facebook for quite a while. And so I was sitting here drinking my coffee, sitting by the fire. Thought I'd invite you in here and sit down and we'll talk about some things. As you all know, we have a Patreon page and we shoot raw, uncut training videos for that page. And we try to help as many people as we can. And so we thought we'd go ahead and come on to you here on Facebook and at least give you something to think about. We have a horse in here right now that's broke, 7-year-old mare. She's a pretty nice mare. One thing that we see, and she is representative of what we see whenever we're out on the trail, is horses that are a little bit anxious. Horses that are constantly fidgeting around. Horses that whenever you pull up and stop and you want to rest, those horses don't just drop their head and stand there. Okay? Those are some things right now, as trail riding season's coming to an end in different parts of the country. You're going to be in the barns or wherever you are, and you're going to want to ride your horse and try to tune on your horse. Guys, there's a lot said about getting on your horse, mounting your horse, and just sitting there not going nowhere. Okay? I know that sounds something that's really easy and silly to even think about, but the thing that surprises you is whenever you go to riding a lot of different horses like we do here, it's amazing how many horses can't do that. You know, they're constantly wanting to go. They're just fidgeting around. If they're not wanting to go, they're just kind of dancing, or they'll start backing up, or they'll start to walk off without you telling them. Guys, the whole thing about having a great trail horse is having a horse that you are in 100% control of. All of our training that we do here is about getting you control of your horse. Now, with that said, there are a lot of reasons why horses do those things. One big reason is because people won't let go. They're sitting there constantly holding them. They're holding them. They may have a leverage bit on or even a snaffle bit. They've constantly got pressure in their mouth. Guys, get up there, and this is something that you could do in the wintertime when you can't go out and ride, and somewhat like we are here in Missouri. We can't go to the woods. I mean, it's deer season. I'm not going to ride the public ground like we do during deer season. So we're in the barn working a lot. Get on your horse, drop your reins, and get your horse to stand there. Like I said, there was a lot of reasons for that. Number one, people sitting there holding on to them. One of the great big reasons for that is because people don't do their foundation work on the ground. Guys, if you can't get your foundation work on the ground and get it completed and get it right and get precise at it, how can you expect to be able to get on their back and to be able to have a nice, willing trail partner? The foundation work is getting the stiffness, the resistance, and the abrasiveness, and the rudeness out of your horse. Look, there's a lot of horses come through here. One of the biggest problems with them is those horses are rude. They're rude, they're disrespectful, they're anxious, they're all up in your business. Guys, get to doing your groundwork. Get control of those horses' feet while you're on the ground. Because if you can't get control of his feet on the ground, you're sure not going to have it whenever you're on his back. The main thing is, too, get that done. Then when it comes, and I call it foundation work for whenever we get on their back. Okay? There's some things that you need to have your horse able to do once you get on their back that's just as important as the stuff you do on the ground. And one thing that we do here is our groundwork. Every single groundwork exercise we do translates to whenever I'm on their back. They already know it when I get up there, but it's all a different pull. It's a different feel. It's all this stuff. You've got to go through it and teach that from their back as well. But the main thing is, we've had horses here, wouldn't stand for you to get on them. won't stand whenever you're just sitting there, completely loose, just sitting down, drop the reins. That horse is wanting to go here. He's wanting to go there. He's constantly wanting to go somewhere. Look, guys, get control of those horses. Get control of the horses. As you all know, we have a Patreon page, and it is full, raw, uncut training videos is what it is. And look, the horses that I'm describing are horses that I have in here right now that I'm training. We have a little 7-year-old mare in here. We're going to sell her, but I'm not going to sell her right now. Number one, because you cannot get on her and just sit there. Okay? And as you all know, we're doing gaited horses here. Look, it's very interesting. We just sold a horse. I said the horse isn't ready to be sold, but the lady wanted to come look at her anyway. And she was very interested in a horse getting up, going somewhere. And whenever one of our friends called and said she was looking for one, I was talking to him on the phone, and I said, well, I've got one here. He's not ready to go, and what I've been trying to do is slow him down. You could hear the lady in the background say, my God, don't slow him down. Here's the misconceptions on gaited horses. I don't feel, there's no scientific background for what I'm fixing to say, but I'm going to say it because I'm going to say it through experience. Gaited horses, to me, are not made up to drop their heads and relax and go slow. Just trail walk. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, with the experience we've had, and we've sold a lot of horses, if a gaited trail horse can't drop his head and just walk slowly off, how do you expect to go out here and ride him fast? Okay? We train these horses just to walk completely turned loose, no pressure on them whatsoever. Then we ask them to go on after they get comfortable walking slow, after they get relaxed walking slow, after they understand we want you to just go slow. The lady, and I loved it because she said, Mike, I really do love how we're sitting here going slow and I can ride him up and he'll go ahead and go. But yet whenever I ride him back down, he just comes right back down and goes to walking slow. I said, I'm glad you understand that. You're recognizing that, because the way you get that is to start out slow. You get him comfortable going slow. I'm going to say getting up here and traveling out is not an issue at all for a gaited horse. That's something that the DNA's there. God made him to do it. That's what he does. But if you'll train those horses to be slow, calm, and relaxed, then your transitions get so much better. Riding him up, riding him down, things like that. These are just a lot of the things that we hit on our Patreon page, and we show you how to do all that. But what I'm saying is, the weather's going to be getting bad here in another month or two. You're not going to be able to go out here and ride like you probably want. Get in your arena, get in your barn, and practice just getting on your horse and sitting on him, and him sit there and not move. I challenge every one of you watching this video, go get your horse out of the field, take him in here, saddle him up, and like you've got a barn here like we got, walk out there in the middle of it and crawl on him, and not one of those feet move, and you sit there as long as you want. Look, guys, it's going to change the entire experience that you have going on a trail ride. And I just wanted to kind of hit on that, because we've all been on trail rides and everybody pull up there and want to stop. My God, there's 2 or 3 horses over here going in circles, dancing around, squealing and carrying on. It's very annoying for everybody else. And it will wind up getting everybody else's horse kind of jacked up. So you have to have yours so much more under control. Get control of your horse's feet. Get control of his feet. You're going to get control of his mind. But anyway, that's just something I wanted to come to y'all and hit on today. And if there's anything we can do to help you, feel free to call us.